Hello everyone, thank you for taking time and being here at the SCOM 2021 edition. I would like to thank also all the organizers and sponsors of this event, as it's currently the biggest and most important event related to SCOM worldwide. My name is Stoyan, I'm Cloud and Data Center MVP, and I'm also working for a Swiss-based IT consulting company. Today we'll be talking about the tools which can help you with your daily administration tasks, and also we will look at some very useful SCOM knowledge resources and support platforms. Before jumping to the agenda, let me tell you that there is a SCOM Slack channel, SCOMathon Slack channel, where you can talk to all the speakers, you can do some networking, you can ask questions to the vendors. So don't hesitate, join the channel, and also the SCOM Cafe. And now let me tell you some more about how I got inspired to do this session. Back in 2015, I was attending the the System Center Universe conference in Basel, where two MVPs, Stefan Roth and Stefan Köhl, they did a session called Speed Dating, SCOM Speed Dating, where they presented multiple tools and resources within a limited time frame. That's why the name Speed Dating. And I personally found it very useful, because I was able to get an overview of all the tools which are out there and which problems do they solve. So I decided to do the same, to do the modern version of the speed dating, where we look at resources and SCOM tools which are out there, which can help you, of course, a bit updated. So now, let me tell you that I have divided all the tools which we will discover in some categories, and those are PowerShell-based tools, some GUI-based tools, of course, management packs, of course, tools which are serving visualization and analytics purposes, support platforms, and some also other tools. So let me start then with the PowerShell-based tools and see what use or what purpose do they serve and how can they help us. The first thing we're going to look at is the SCOM Helper PowerShell module. Like you see, it's a SCOM admin's best friend. It really contains some very helpful functions. And I'm using some of them very frequently. I would like to present them to you. The new SCOM class graph. This is a great function to visualize classes, their properties, their dependencies and relationships. Of course, the SCOM start SCOM override function, which helps you manage overrides, export them, import them. It presents you with a nice graphical user interface where you can do all the things. Of course, the deploy SCOM agent function, which offers you the possibility to enter a data which is related to the agent deployment process, and in a simple and efficient way deploy SCOM agents. Actually, the module, it contains a lot of different helpful functions. We cannot cover them all now. I would like to say that I have dedicated a slide for the export effective monitoring configuration report. We will see now what it actually does. There are also some other functions like get SCOM run as account name, removing obsolete management pack references from files. We all know how painful and let's say tricky this can be. This is a great way to do this. And there are also many other functions there, and I'm really recommending you guys take a look at it, test it out. I'm pretty sure you'll love it and you'll start using it right away if you're not doing this already. So, like we already mentioned, the effective monitoring configuration script, it's part of the SCOM helper module. And why I have dedicated the slide to the script or to this function is because I am getting the requests very often from customers or from sub-customers. What is actually monitored on my server? Which settings are applied on this server or on a particular group of servers? So in order to answer this question, the only thing we need to do is just to execute the script. And the great thing about this, you can either target the whole group of computers, like you see on the screenshots, or Windows computers, and do this for the whole group. Or, of course, you can target a single computer and generate a really nice CSV output with all the monitors and the rules and discoveries, general workflows which are applied to this particular computer. And the great thing about this, you get, of course, also an overview of all the overrides which are in place with their settings, with their thresholds. This is a great way to present a single file, an overview about the monitoring configuration. So the next thing we will look at is actually a script which is intended to solve a problem which is found in earlier versions, I mean before SCOM 2019. And the problem is actually, if you have alerts which are generated by monitors and you close those alerts, because of the fact that the monitor does not change its state, this monitor with the alerts closed, it won't fire consequential alerts, so you can end up losing monitoring information, and you can really end up having lots of monitors which are basically staying red or critical, and they do not fire alerts because the alerts have already been closed. So in order to solve this problem, there are lots of scripts you can use to reset monitors. I would like to show you my personal favorite in this particular case. Is because of its specific functionality. This is actually the script I am using, and it's really great. You can also use the script as part of a scheduled task which runs in a regular basis and does this reset for you. This is needed because I have found that very often if you give end users the possibility to do alert management, they tend to forget to check whether the alert comes from a rule or from a monitor, and they just close the alerts. And of course, that's not nice. What I particularly like about this script is that it offers the two modes, execute and report. And you can either execute this reset or really report and check what monitor or which monitor will be reset if you execute this. This way you can really get an idea how frequent this happens, which monitors need to be reset, and track the whole thing down. The next use case we would like to look at is resetting a single monitor. It happens quite a lot that actually a single monitor generates lots of alerts from different servers. On the screenshots you see an example for this, and I have really found out that in some cases it's nice to reset all this monitor and to clean up all the alerts and check if the issue happens again, if they reappear again. In order to do this, you need to follow, or you need to execute 3 simple commands. This is a screenshot from the so-called script, and it actually consists of 3 commands. You need to get the monitor using its display name, you need to get the monitoring class, and you also need to get all the instances of this class and reset the monitor for all those instances. It's really something I'm using frequent, and this is very similar to another script which is has been written some years ago by Bob Cornelissen, who is also speaking at this event. And Bob actually created a very, very simple script to close all alerts coming from rules. The great thing about this, you all know the use case for this. You could have lots of alerts which are coming from rules, and they tend to, let's say, gather up with the time, so at some point you would like to close them all. What you can do, of course, is sort them in the console and click on close. But if there are really large numbers of those, the best way is to use this script, and it consists of really basic commands where you just define the hours for the morning, for the rows actually, which will stay open, and then you get all the rows and you alerts from the rows, and then you close them. This is also something which is used by lots of SCOM admins and operators. I use it also to close or to clean my environments, and I really recommend you testing this out. It's a great script. Thank you, Bob, for this. The next thing we would look at is the SCOM Management Pack Creator. What is actually the SCOM Management Pack Creator? It's a PowerShell-based authoring solution by Dujon, who created a really nice product. And what actually it does, it allows you to automate different aspects of the management pack authoring process. So what you can do with it is you can use PowerShell to create classes, properties for them, run as profiles, relationships, all the stuff you need. And it's really a great tool if you need to fully automate different SCOM tasks. Because it's PowerShell based, and of course PowerShell is the preferred, let's say, automation resource. So the next thing which we find that it's frequently used, it's very helpful, and it solves particular problems, are actually a series of scripts which have been developed by Ruben Zimmerman. Is also a guy who did a session last year on the SCOMathon, and in this particular case, those are migration scripts. So what do actually the scripts do? They do export different objects within SCOM, and they do actually also the import of them and allow you to automate a big part of your migration. So you can export and import management packs, the SCOM notification settings, which are actually placed within a particular management pack. You can export and import alert resolution state settings. You can also export and import database grooming settings, user roles, and also run as accounts. So those scripts are published within an article. You can see the link at the end of the slides. Take a look at it. If you have planned for a migration, please use it. It's really a great way to speed up the whole thing to make it more resilient. Now, let's jump to the GUI-based tools, and we'll start with some old and gold stuff. All these, those tools are really have been there for the last years. They have been, let's say, optimized, further developed, and those are tools which are frequently used by many SCOM administrators or operators. And we'll start with the Management Pack Viewer. You see a screenshot. This tool is really great if you want to visualize, unseal, or export the management pack settings. Like the name suggests, a management pack viewer, you can open management pack files, so XML, and you can also deal with bundles. You can also check which modules are there and see based on which PowerShell scripts are the modules, and you can also load the management packs directly from your management groups, and many different very useful functions. The next old and gold tool is the Override Explorer. Like the name suggests, it's a tool which gives you the possibility to view, export overrides present them into in an HTML format, in an Excel spreadsheet. It's really great if you want to do some reporting on or check out which overrides have been configured within a particular management pack. The same applies also for the override creator. This tool gives you the possibility to create overrides in bulk and also to disable multiple workflows at once. So test it. I will really recommend it. I'm also using it on some occasions. It's really a great tool and it will save you a lot of time. So the next thing we would like to look at is the SCOM Alert Update Connector Pro. So what is actually the Alert Update Connector? It's a web-based alert modification solution which allows you to modify alerts after they have been generated. So it gives you the possibility also to enhance alerts by adding some additional data settings or change their resolution states. And of course, you can filter by class, by management pack name, and by rule or monitor within the tool. It's a great way of enhancing alerts, so test it out, and if you ever need it, just try it out. It will save you some time. So let's jump to the data warehouse grooming and retention stuff. What tools are there to modify the data warehouse retention and grooming settings? Of course, all of you who have done this know the GUI DataLP. It's not exactly a GUI-based tool, but it's actually the first one which was there to help us modify the retention settings and the grooming settings. There is a really great article by Kevin Holman about this with a lot of details, how you can use the tools, what it does, and how the commands look like. What's very interesting is that in the past couple of years, there is a tool which is GUI-based, which does the same thing. And this tool really allows for easier and quicker modifications of all the retention and grooming settings. And it looks like this. The great thing is you only need to enter the details of your data warehouse. As you see, it detects your operations manager data warehouse database, and then after you have got the current settings, you can just modify them in a really easy and efficient way. The next tool I'm going to present you is the so-called transform tool. Transform tool is most probably not that popular for most of you, but I have got a feedback that it's very frequently used when troubleshooting scripts which are defined within a management pack. So the tools give you actually the possibility to format the scripts which you have taken from the management pack in order to test the script in a manual way or execute the script in a manual way. Why you need a tool for this? You need a tool for this because within the script there are some special characters which won't allow you to execute the script in a usual way. So it will format the script for you, so you'll be able to execute it on your own. Next tool, like we said, we are on a speed dating, so we would like to see many different tools throughout the session. So the next tool is the SCOM maintenance mode scheduler. It's really a great and very useful tool, which allows you, of course, to manage the maintenance mode in SCOM in a very simple way. So what does it have to offer? The tool has really a very nice, very easily accessible web-based interface, and you can access it from any browser you want. You can schedule Windows, Unix, Linux computers, groups and objects. You can import a CSV file where all the settings are predefined and it will deal with it. You can also do the so-called instant maintenance mode. It's for admins, and you can call it from PowerShell or from basically anywhere. It has really some nice based access features and integrated dashboards and also manage page. Please test it out. It's really a great way of providing others the possibility to do and to manage a maintenance mode in SCOM. So the next thing we would like to look at is the Extensible Network Monitoring MP Generator tool. What does it do? Like you all know, SCOM monitors also network devices. And in order to monitor network devices, you have to have either a vendor management pack, which gives you this possibility, or you'll be stuck with really basic up and down availability monitoring of your network device. This tool offers you the possibility to create your own management pack for your specific device by obtaining settings from the device, and it's actually GUI based. It also has a command line based part, but the UI based tool is really easy to work with, where you can really browse your MIB structure, MIB structure of your device, and you can really take a look at the different components, and you can do your management pack for your own device, for your custom device. You can also discover and monitor individual components of your network device, and you can define rules or monitors for the different components. For all of you who are doing network monitoring and you're lacking a management pack which extends the monitoring for your network device, please take a look at it. So, jumping next to web-based self-service portal for automation task. This portal, Automator, actually Automator is sponsor also of this event, is a web-based solution. This is actually a self-service portal, and the self-service portal offers the support of different automation engines. You can use it with System Center Orchestrator, with Azure Automation, with SMA, and of course you can use native PowerShell. What I like really about Automator is that Automator maintains a free GitHub repository where you can download all those scripts which are prepared for the portal, and you can configure the portal, and you can sit back and watch how your operations team do all those tasks for you over the portal in a really nice way and efficient way, and the whole thing has a really nice front end. Test it out, take a look at the videos which are also available, or the use cases which are also available on the GitHub repository. I think you'll be really surprised what it can do. So, jumping next to the support platforms, or actually answering the question, where do we get help if we need help with SCOM? Like we all know, SCOM has a really large community, and this is great because there are a lot of articles out there. There are a lot of platforms where you can ask a question related to SCOM. And I'll start with, let's say, the newest one, this Microsoft Q&A platform. It's active since last year. You can go there and ask your question. I know a couple of guys which are answering the questions there daily. Some of them are also having sessions on the SCOMathon. And I am pretty sure if you ask your question there, you'll get an answer in a pretty quick and in a quick way, and the answer will be really very satisfactory. So the next platform we would like to see is the Microsoft TechNet Wiki. The Microsoft TechNet Wiki actually contains a lot of articles written by different community members on different SCOM topics. It contains a large amount of SCOM related articles, very, very helpful ones. We will see later which ones. Of course, let's not forget the Squared Up Community Answers platform. It's really a great forum platform for answering SCOM-related questions. You can register there. It's like a forum where you can ask your question, and there also you can be sure you get an answer in a very quick way. There is also a Facebook group for System Center Operations Manager where you can ask your question, you can give some updates related to SCOM. It's really a large group, I think more than 4K members. So the chance that you get support or get your questions answered there is very high. There is another SCOM related support platform. It's the System Center Operations Manager forum on Reddit. You can also join there and see if this can be helpful for you. So further, we will take a look at some different resources related to SCOM, and in particular I mean the SCOM survival guides. There are two of them, one for 2012 and one for 2012 R2. We all know that a large part of the stuff also applies for the newest conversions we have nowadays. There is a large number of articles which are packed with this survival guide. So take a look at it, save it. In case you need help or you need to answer a question, go through it and see maybe the survival guide already contains a blog reference or an article reference which will answer your question. Like we said, it's a huge collection of SCOM-related links and they're organized in different categories. The next thing which you would like to take a look at it is the System Center User Voice. It is a site where you can give your feedback related to SCOM, and I can promise you that this particular site is monitored actively by the SCOM product group. So if a certain features has a certain popularity, they will certainly look at it. They will try to solve if it's a problem or if it's a feature request. They will try to fulfill it. So, like we mentioned, it's a site where you can give your feedback related to SCOM, and it's monitored actively. And let's don't forget the Microsoft Management Packs repository on TechNetWiki, where you will get the whole list of Microsoft Management Packs which you can use for SCOM. So, now let's jump to the Management Pack authoring part of our presentation. All of you know that at some point everyone needs to try or to do some authoring, no matter if it's basic authoring or it's advanced authoring. So let's start with the most popular choice for authoring tasks. It's of course the SCOM console. And actually the almighty authoring pane of the SCOM console, where you just can go over the wizard. It's a GUI-based authoring approach, and you can click next, 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 and create your Windows Service monitors, TCP port monitors, or you can also leverage the rest of the templates there. This is of course for simple GUI-based authoring, but what about advanced authoring? So for those of you who are doing this, yeah, you all know authoring. It does not succeed without Visual Studio and authoring extension. It's really a very, very mighty combination. Microsoft Visual Studio with the System Center Visual Studio authoring extensions. So if you're doing advanced management pack authoring, you're most certainly using those tools to achieve this. There is one more tool which solves the authoring, let's say, challenge, and it's more like a GUI-based approach. You see the slogan, it's GUI Outer like a pro. It's the Select MP Outer. It's really a great tool. and it can help you to alter your own management packs. It's really easy to use, so you don't need the typical programming skills you would need if you have used Visual Studio in combination with the authoring extensions. So you can create classes, monitors, rules, and of course this will be actually perfect for, let's say, 90% of the use cases where you need to alter some stuff in SCOM. So please request the tool. The basic version of it is free. It's really great stuff. And for those of you who are not familiar with Visual Studio, it's really a great alternative if you have to alter something. What I like about this, that Select have published a lot of tutorials on YouTube. So it's not one. There are many of them, and they will help you author a management pack like a professional. And when we are talking about authoring, of course, we cannot continue without mentioning those two guys, Notepad++ and Visual Studio Code, which are really great if you're doing basic XML editing for management packs. And of course, they both have nice formatting add-ins or plugins, so to say, which will help you with getting the structure right or the schema right. They are very useful if you need to do some slight modifications, like increase the management pack versions, delete some references and stuff like that. So I think most of you should already be familiar with those tools. And we cannot continue also further without answering a question: where can I get help in regards to authoring? This is a question we get on the forums very frequently. So the guys are asking, okay, I want to learn to author management packs. How can I do this? So my particular recommendation is to start with Kevin Holman's Fragments. So Kevin has published a large number of fragments which you can really use with find and replace. They're ready to use. You just need to find some, let's say, placeholders, replace the values there, and then you have your own management packs. Of course, you need to use Visual Studio for this, but I can guarantee you it's very, very easy to do so. And like you see on the slides, Kevin suggests also the same thing. It's very easy, and although the sign says here, "Dear Kevin, I don't believe you," I really believe him, because I started with those when back in the time as I started with management pack authoring, and it's a way to quickly learn how the authoring process goes exactly. Of course, there is an MP authoring guide on the TechNet Wiki by Brian Wren, which is really a great collection of authoring resources. And last but not least, a very important, there is a collection of about, I think, 28 modules on the channel 9. And all the modules, they're like an hour each module, and they will go through the whole process of management pack authoring. They will explain you all the things you need to know in order to do some advanced management pack authoring. So you can find the link at the end of the presentation. For those of you who would like to start with authoring, this is very, very important link and resource, and I really recommend you to take a look at it. So now let's jump to the visualization part for SCOM, or makeup for SCOM. We cannot talk about visualizations without mentioning our hosts from Squared Up, who have created a really, I think, a great flawless tool for visualizing SCOM data. It's actually has a modern user interface. You can also map and monitor your critical applications in there. The great thing about this, it has a nice drill down experience. It's very, very easy to set up and to install. What I find also great about the Squared Up for SCOM is that it offers out of the box a large number of dashboards. What I also did find is that it's very easy to author or to build your own dashboards. So I had customers who don't know SCOM, but they were able to build their own dashboards in a very quick way. And I think if they can do it, then everybody can do it. So now let's jump to the SCOM 2019 Web Console, which is, let's say, the out-of-the-box HTML-based web console, or the out-of-the-box UI for SCOM. I have created, let's say, a demo dashboard, which you see on the screen, and it can really look very nice. It has also the possibility of very simple and easy dashboard authoring. It also gives you the possibility to access it from multiple different browsers. And you have also the capability to export and share dashboards. What I really like about this is it's extensible. You can extend it with custom widgets or using the new REST API of SCOM, and this is very helpful in certain scenarios. Here is also the time to mention the SCOM Power BI dashboard template. And this template is really customizable, it's extensible, you can customize it and extend it to your needs. It's really it presents you a modern UI, and it's really a great, let's say, tool or template for creating a general SCOM overview. So how your environment looks like, are your management servers healthy, what's the status of your agents, basic stuff like this. They're really easy to cover with this. It offers also drill down experience, and it's very suitable for on-call engineers, managers, so service desk centers. Take a look at it, test with it, play with it. It's very easy to set it up, and you can customize it as you wish. So we are now to the latest, but I would say also one of the most important sections of today's presentation, and this is of course the management pack section. Like you all know, SCOM is very popular tool, and there are tons of management packs. We can do a whole session only for management packs, and we still won't have the time to cover them all. What I try to do here is I just did a summary of all the management packs, or the most used management packs that are out there and that are free. So you don't have to pay for them. Of course, there are lots of great management packs by the same vendors, which you see here now, which are also paid. This is another topic of discussion. Like I said, we don't have the time to go through them all. So we will look at the most important, or the management packs which we use most frequently. So let's start with the big lists. And what you notice here, or what I need to say, they're not ordered by their importance. It's just random sorting of the management packs. I personally use, let's say, 99% of the management packs in this list. So let's start with it. The first one is the SCOM management pack by Kevin Holman, and you see the slogan, "Making a SCOM admin's life easier." I can guarantee that this is really the case. It contains a lot of very important and useful administrative tasks for SCOM, where you can just click on the task directly from the SCOM console. You can execute PowerShell scripts. You can execute different type of scripts. You can do so much more with this management pack. Just get it. try it out, and I think you'll never stop using it after you have tried it. So the next management packs is the let's say the Run as Addendum management pack for SQL, again by Kevin Holman. Why is this management pack so important? It's because it offers you the possibility to automate the giving permissions on your SQL monitoring accounts, and in this case, in a particular case, configuring the monitoring over the health service SID. And the whole process goes to the SCOM console, so you don't have to, let's say, create accounts. You don't have to distribute accounts to the different server. The whole thing functions with basically with 2 administrative tasks. It's easy to let's say, to operate it, and there is an article from Kevin which explains the whole process. The next management pack is the Community Catalog Management Packs by Cookdown. Thank you guys for this. It's really a management pack. If you import it, then you get another, let's say, section in the administrative pane where you see all the community management packs are out, which are out there, and you can click and download on them. One more really great entry from Cookdown. It's the EasyTune management pack, which, by the way, comes with own repository of management packs that are used for tuning or with predefined settings for the different management packs are out there. If you have not heard it or tried it, please do so. You'll be really fascinated what you can achieve with it. The next thing is, of course, the PowerShell management pack. I cannot do my stuff without this management pack. Thank you guys for it. It's a great management pack for PowerShell, for creating PowerShell monitors and doing a lot of stuff with PowerShell. Of course, the log file monitoring management pack from NICE. It offers you extended log file monitoring capabilities, which are not there if you use the built-in SCOM template for this. I cannot imagine doing log file monitoring without this management pack. So test it out, it's free, request it, and see how it goes for you. The next management pack, which we see, is the Security Monitoring Management Pack by Nathan Gao, who is also speaking at the event. If you would like, or if you have heard SCOM cannot monitor security, forget it. Use this management pack, check out what it can do, and you'll be really surprised that you can use SCOM as a security monitoring tool. And now let's quickly go through the second part of this list of management packs. We can present you the SCOM files and folders monitoring management pack, which will simplify the monitoring of Windows files and folders, and it will also offer you some extended capabilities which you don't have in SCOM. Of course, the database query result monitoring management pack, where you can do SQL, so monitors, you can create monitors based on SQL queries. Great stuff, and solves a lot of problems. Of course, we cannot do this list without the ping monitoring management pack. It's actually an extension that verifies the connection to a certain device server in SCOM. And of course, the PKI certificate validation management pack, which solves a big gap for SCOM, monitoring the certificate expiration. And also a lot of different functionalities, but thanks to Rafael Buri and Bob, who are the main contributors. Actually, Rafael Buri created the management pack. It's a great stuff. I use it almost everywhere. And of course, here is the time to mention the Operations Manager Self-Maintenance Management Pack. It's initially created by Tao Yang, and now in the last version it's published by Cookdown. You find so many solutions for your daily administrative tasks there, or automated ways of managing and maintaining your management group. Guys, if you haven't heard it, haven't tested it, please do so. It's really great stuff. And of course, monitoring websites when we are talking about monitoring websites, we cannot forget to mention though this one is an easy and powerful solution for bulk website monitoring. Thank you, Tyson, for doing this. It's really great stuff. And guys, I think we are at the end of our presentation now. I will be there for you if you have some additional questions. When we publish all the slides, you can find all the links to the different tools and of course to the different management packs. I want to thank you now for attending this session. Thank you for your time and wish you a great day.